Right, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy John Denton, JD the Prophet, and yes, what a week it is, because we're back again already with another full album reaction. And yes, to celebrate Acid Rap, and in fact, Chance the Rapper's mixtapes all hitting streaming services this week. What a perfect time to finally listen to Acid Rap. Massive request on the channel since I started doing these full album reactions. Seems like a perfect time. I'm excited to hear this. I've pretty much liked everything that I've heard from Chance the Rapper. I know I've heard Cocoa Butter Kisses from this album, mixtape, whatever you want to call it. So quickly before we start, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. Please do follow me on social media. You know, trying to get those numbers up. The bigger we can get those, the better. Hit a like on a video, leave a comment. All of that stuff matters an incredible amount on YouTube. So without further ado then, let's get straight in. Acid Rap, Chance the Rapper, good ass intro featuring BJ the Chicago Kid, JP Floyd, Kiara Lania, Lily K, Peter Cottontail, and Will Miller. That is a lot of people.
Raps just made me anxious, and acid made me crazy. Them squares just made me looser, that wax just made me lazy. And I still make this song, and I'ma make another. If you ever actually hit me, better watch out for my brother. Better bet I'll take that deal. Gotta watch out for my mother. Getting piggyback on balance fleet. Balancing on sporadicity and fucking pure joy. Nightly searches for our bed, and I just came off tour with Troy. But I can't complain, I got some motherfucking business. How many lap partners have I fucked since I got suspended?
Well, instrumental's crazy. It's all over the place, man. There's so many bars in there already. This is going to be a heavy one. This is going to be a heavy one, I can tell already. So basically, it's just about coming back. Get a watch with all the glitters coming clusters, different colours. Ben a baller, Benford Butler's chauffeurs hit a stain. Did I stutter?
Collapsing along. Call me Chancellor the rapper. Please say the rapper. Magic the word. Please say Cadabra.
Very reference heavy, all of this stuff, and obviously I'm missing some of the stuff with the Green Bay Packers stuff. I didn't realise Chance was a big Bears fan. Come on, I'm English. Stuff about Jay Leno and Jimmy Fallon early. Yeah, I'm missing some stuff, but like whatever. What can I do? Sounds good to me, and the flow's crazy, and the wordplay's crazy. And it's a little bit. I've not heard Chance speak like this before. I've mainly only heard him being really nice. It's not that he's not being nice here. It's just that he's a little bit more cocky. That's okay. High energy, statement of intent to start a mixtape, some slick bars in there, enjoyed it, maybe one that grows on me over time. Alright, into Pusha Man by Nate Fox. With Nate Fox.
10 damn days. And all I got to show for it is shoes and shows and chauffeurs with road rage. To the same damn ad lib, always feels I'm the new nitty. Fuck it, nitty the old me. So I'ma tell the buyer what nitty told me.
I got that, I got that goddamn. I'm your Pusha man. I'm your Pusha man. Pimp, slap it, toe, tag it.
I'm your Pusha man. I'm your Pusha man. Pimp, slap it, toe, tag it.
See my face in the streets and the tweets and the read or the red eye if you read sometimes. She got blisters on her knees, she a fiend for the D, even though I only beat one time. One time it was 1, 2 times, it was 2 plus me, it was 3 sometimes. Shouts out to Nate, I jackball.
Pusha man. I'm your Pusha man.
Well, I wasn't really feeling that track. I didn't really like the hook. Obviously a couple of slick bars in there. Didn't like the first reaction, wasn't really feeling that track, and that's all. That's being completely honest. Alright, into Paranoia, Lily K, Nose Edge thing. If I get any of these names wrong, let's go. He's English. Okay. Already I'm liking this more.
I've been riding around with my blunt on my lips. Riding around with my blunt on my lips. With the sun in my eyes and my gun on my hip.
Sounds like Celeste. You played that?
Don't stay for good, watch. Somebody will steal daddy's rollie. Call it the neighborhood, watch. Pray for a safer hood.
There you go.
With my paper good, watch. I've been riding around with my blunt on my lips. With the sun in my eyes and my gun on my hip. dark or not. I mean, the days is pretty dark a lot. Down here, it's easier to find a gun than it is to find a fucking parking spot. No love for the opposition, specifically a cop position, cause they never been in opposition, getting violations from the nation, correlating you dry snitching. I've been riding around with my blunt on my... If you was there, and we just knew you cared too. It just got warm out, this the shit I've been warned about. I know you scared, you should ask us if we scared too. If you was there, and we just knew you cared too.
Before we move into Cocoa Butter Kisses, which I have heard before, yeah, I think he has an amazing way of matching the instrumental with the tone of the song in everything that I've heard. One of the best out there for doing that. Because obviously that was a completely different style of instrumental, even for general hip-hop, like much more off-kilter, off-beat, reminds me of something kind of like a low-key quartet or even very quiet kind of Aphex Twinny vibe to it, but with the 16-bit weird 16-bit synths and weird sort of chiptune almost. And the song's obviously called Paranoia, and you can really get that sense of what it must be like walking the streets of Chicago, and it's obviously a very, very dangerous place. So yeah, much preferred that track to Pusha Man. And now moving on to Cocoa Butter Kisses, which I do like a lot. Very, very nice song. Real change up though from that previous one.
Sour Saudi, Wiley up off peyote, wildin' like that coyote. If I sip any, my belly just might be outy. Supervising inside my eyes, so my grandma would fucking hug me. Your generation above me, I know you still remember me. My afro look just like that is, y'all taught me how to go.
It's a way of like mixing the complex and the deep references and deep cuts that you might not necessarily understand and not need to pick apart, and then he'll just choose a brilliant one-liner that almost belongs out of a sitcom. Just put Visine in my eye so my grandma would fucking hug me. Like, that's so evocative straight away. It's still beautifully written. It's not like real basic or anything like that. It's very specific. I think he has a magical gift for doing complex, dense stuff to a degree, and then just putting in a line like that. And that, when I hear him like that, that's when I think he's so unique and fantastic. So yeah, I do really like this track.
Victor's light skin, Jesus got me feeling like Cole and Pell. All praise to the guy, God knows he's a pro like Cole and Tell. L, elevated train, and the craziest thing got me feeling like Lauryn Hill. Miseducated, my dick delegated, rap bill battling me to tell I should've never made it, probably should've been dead or in jail.
First fire. The rhyme schemes, where he's like hitting in the middle of each line and then moving on to the next one. It's almost like he's like climbing a hill with that. It just keeps going up and up. He's like finding each handhold for the rhyme in the middle of the next bar. It's fucking awesome.
Principle. Sometimes I'ma be about some hope, sometimes I'ma wanna make a movie. And when it come to rapping fast, I'm the Higgs boson. Yeah. And though my style freakish, I can still break your body down to 5 pieces like I did Voltron. Yeah. I'm reminiscing if I don't know what I miss is. I'ma end up figuring out that it's home and my mother and my grandmother cocoa butter kisses. This is just a testament to the ones that raised me, the ones that I praise, and I'm thanking.
Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stink.
I don't know who's got the best verse on this one. They're all very, very, very good. Very, very good. I don't think it's Chance, but between Twister and Vic, but they're all very good. Moving on to Juice, which is only 30 seconds.
Get it cleared in time. But every time you play this track all the way through, all the streaming proceeds go directly to social work. So run this back and play it all the way through.
So is that a real song? I'm going to leave it like that for now. If it is, I'll figure out what to do about it. Into Lost.
My druggie, love me when I'm ugly, hug me when I'm bummy, scummy, I'm your hubby, let's get lost. If he ever met you, put that shit behind us and put this in your sinus. Mine is all up in my gums, mine is all that shit that's lying where damn, I need a minute. I let go, she fell in love, it fell apart. I let go.
Miss Mary Mattress, geriatrics, fuck me into open caskets. I wanna die with this, I wanna stop seeing my psychiatrist. She said pill, pop, baby girl, cause I promise you tweak. The empty bottle, loneliness, this happiness you seek. The masochism that you preach. Practice, backflip, tragic actress on a movie with no screen. When the only time he loves me is naked in my dreams.
Oh, my druggie. When I'm ugly.
I've only heard 2 things ever from No Name, and they've both been fucking fantastic. Wow. What a loneliness, this happiness you seek, the masochism that you preach, practice backflips, tragic actress on a movie with no screen when the only time he loves me is naked in my dreams. Wow. Okay, moving into Everybody Something with Saba, who I really like, and BJ the Chicago Kid again.
On the mic like it's a dick. And what's good, evil? And what's good, gangsters? And what's good, people? And why God phone die every time that I call on them? If his son had a Twitter, wonder if I would follow him. Swallow them synonyms like cinnamon, cinnabon. I shot you, buck, bang, bang. Yelling fuck Fox News. Booyaka, buckle up. Motherfuck ops too. Ain't no knuckling up, young, cause it's just not cool. I need somebody's every day. I know you're right. Nobody's nothing. Said that I talk right. And both my parents was black, but they saw it fit that I talk right. When my drawers hit, but my hard head stayed in the clouds like a lost kite. But gravity had me up in a submission hold, like I'm dancing with the devil with 2 left feet and I'm pigeon-toed. In 2 small point ballet shoes with a missing soul and 2 missing toes. But it's love like you be kissing a mistletoe.
Oh, mate. Leave me alone.
They come up with better chances tobogganing in the fucking summer. Concoctions for the bad days and a condom for the good ones. All odds against us, we trying to get lucky. Doper than lucky.
Nobody's nothing at all.
Best track so far. Best track so far. Really good. That fucking verse, the little one. Gravity had me up in a submission hold like I'm dancing with the devil with 2 left feet and I'm pigeon-toed. And 2 small point ballet shoes with a missing sole and 2 missing toes, but it's love like Cupid kissing a mistletoe. Fucking amazing. Amazing. Yeah, that song was really, really, really good. Slow, ponderous, heavy beat, but a lot to say. Saba's verse very strong as well. I like that a lot. Okay, moving into interlude, that's love.
Popping bottles, trying to ball in the club. Is the first caveman pops with his son ball in the club. What's better than paper is ball in the dark. What's better than followers is actually falling in love. What's better than eating is feeding your fam. What's better than meetings is missing meetings to meet with your fam. What's better than leaning and eating is in. Back and forth. You hit the nail right on top of the head. That's love.
Yes.
That's love. That's love. That's love. Love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you. That's love. That's love. That's love. That's love. Ah.
Yes. It's a favourite song with Childish Gambino. Ooh. Don't mess with me with that sample. Now we're taking it back. We're taking it back.
I said, cruising on that LSD. Ask yourself about my deal. He look back, said, hell yeah, let's see. This shit my favorite song. You just don't know the words, but I still fuck with you. You just ain't never heard. Jam about that, jam about that. Young, rascal flats, young ass kid, ass could rap. Fuck all the faculty, tobacco packing, acrobat. Back to backpacking, back and forth. Back and forth, so weed, I'm back to jam about that, jam about that, jam about that.
Niggas, please be focused. That Bino, you know this. He rep the homososis. You know I'm from that zone 6. You know I rep that stone shit. You know your hood is so clear, cause it got cursing in it. Your boy like, I'm the one who showed you he won his percentage. Cause you were like, this ain't the nigga you said spittin', is it? Song, you just don't know the words. But
oh, his voice, dude.
You just ain't ever heard.
It go like count that stack, pop that captain, down that jack. All my niggas hit that zip, and all my ladies rock that bitch. My jam, this my jam, this my jam, this my jam. About that jam, about that jam, about that jam, about that jam.
That was just summary vibes coming through. That's Love was fucking beautiful, dude. I absolutely loved that. And then, yeah, favourite song, really good. Gambino's verse, fucking fantastic, man. Where's that album at? You know, This Is America was fucking reason I'm sitting here right now, quite honestly, probably. And then, yeah, a few of those summertime tracks that he dropped, and then nothing. So I'm very keen to hear where he's going. I like that track a lot. Okay, into now, my main man, Action Bronson. Fucking love Action Bronson. Oh, that beat. That beat's trouble.
Swallow my mucus, hope your pussy get herpes and your ass get lupus. Deuces, shoot shit. Shoes might boot you and the suit might suit you. If this was work, I get hired. Part of my mishaps, bourbon get murdered. Farting get bitch slapped like bourbon mixed with Jack. By me and me back when that means shit.
Talking nonsense. What is this song? Here we go. Come on, Action.
I rep the East Coast. I got a team of hoes like past Summit. I look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a black Hummer. I slash summer like a fast brother. With a number on his back, ain't no fumbling. In fact, she had the cleft palate. I ordered chef salad. She had the club foot with that little arm. I couldn't help but laugh. She ordered chicken palm. I had the full bulls warm up with the pippins on.
No fucking clue what either of them are talking about in this track, but sounds good. Could listen to Action rap all day. Right. Into Smoke Again with Ab-Soul, and everything I've heard of Ab-Soul is complex. What is that instrument?
My car, it's that nigga Cheno, aka Mr. Bennett, aka Tony Montano. I got some folks in low wig, my dick won't even collar, cause she left all that lipstick. Niggas be on dirt, that's why I stay on petty.
Lean all on the square, that's a fucking rhombus.
Wrap the purple, wrap that blunt under after. Smoke
So good.
out the window, cops can eat a dick. Saving like I got a cape on. Cooking crack in my apron. Dressed like a nigga had aprons. Tell shorty I made change and I made it and I napalm.
Solo, ho, twerk something. Throw it back like you trying to hurt something. I'm so deaf, I ain't never heard nothing. My name Herb, take herb, smoke herb. Body train, she ain't left yet, but she probably came. We kicked it, then I scored. Soccer game. She was a phony goalie. I got great aim, no don't insult me. Them Dukes of Hazzard, music and tabs of Lucy. Take your chance with this rapper.
I thought it was going to be deep. It was more just comedy, but there was some slick lines in there. Getting to the backstretch of the album now, Acid Rain. So far, like, I'm liking this project, but there's nothing really that's really moved me apart from interlude brackets that's Love and maybe Paranoia a little bit. I had heard Cocoa Butter Kisses before, and I do really like that track. There's plenty that I like, but nothing that's really hit me right in the soul, in the spirit, in the gut. That's just kind of where I'm at right now, you know. I always have to take into account that this is the first reaction, and often even when I'm editing, certain songs will grab me even more. And I'll try and always mention that in the comments, just for hearing them the second time. So, you know, and I do intend to always listen to these projects more times than just this first reaction. But this is what it is, right? This is what it is. This isn't the only time I'll listen to this stuff.
Just man rocks the snatchless necklace. Spineless bitches in backless dresses. Want my feelings on my sleeveless. My weed seedless, my trees leafless. They ain't smile, all covered in sin. My big homie died young, just turned older than him. I seen it happen, I see it always. He still be screaming, I see his demons in empty hallways. I tripped to make the fall shorter. 4/4 was just a tall order.
Whoa.
And I'm hungry.
This is what I'm doing now. I'm having Genius there. I've got it. I don't go and look at the lyrics until I want to, because I'm reading ahead and the bars aren't hitting me right, so I've stopped doing that. And if I had done that, I would have missed I tripped to make the fall shorter. I tripped to make the fall shorter. I tripped to make the fall shorter. That's one of the best bars I've heard in a long time. And I've heard some good bars recently. I listened to El Sweatshirt yesterday. I tripped to make the fall shorter. And an album all about drug taking. I tripped to make the fall shorter. Full quarter was just a tall order. I tripped to make the fall shorter. I really like this track so far. I really like this track. I'm going back a little bit.
Hallways. I tripped to make the fall shorter. For a quarter was just a tall order. And I don't get rich, cause niggas still getting bodied for phones. Sometimes the truth don't rhyme. Was dead from Ruger shooting through the empty alley. Could've threw him an alley-oop, helping them do good in school. Damn, that acid burn when it clean, yeah. And Mama Jan still don't take the meds. And I still be asking God to show his face. And I still be asking God to show his face. White light, rain, don't go away.
Maybe the best song on the project by First Reaction. Fantastic. Loved the music. Loved everything about the production. Loved his calm, introspective flow. Absolutely loved some of the lyrics, and of course that one bar. But just sat there listening to what he had to say. That felt like a real rebirth for Chance the Rapper there. I'm feeling what the elements of this album that I'm not necessarily loving so much are the more immature elements of the album, and I understand it's such a young man when he made this, and of course there's going to be that kind of sophomoric humour in there as well. I get it, and I always like the wordplay, but it's not really speaking to me. But something like that, where it gets into his soul a little bit, as he's getting a little bit more contemplative about his career. I love the fact that he was talking about wanting success but not wanting to get rich. You know, what a fascinating contradiction to have going on in your mind there. Yeah, really fuck with that song. Really fuck with that song heavy. There's definitely some real magic on this record. Real magic on this record. Moving into Chainsmoker now, last two on the album.
Chopping, good looking, motherfucking, mother, shut your mouth. Brain broken, Frank Ocean, listen, stay here inside and wood grain, gripping, dripping, mother, shut your mouth. Somebody pray for the guy, oh Lord, I wonder what Michael's on. Dripping, mother, shut your mouth. This part right here, right now.
Oh yeah, go on, Chance.
I played it so loud in the car, I forget to park my wet eyes. Levi's on fire, flyer on the wall, I'm brighter in the darkest of the night. In the sky, I get higher.
Final track.
It's all good.
Everything's good. Good ass outro. I did like that Chainsmoker as well. Acid Rain Chainsmoker. Here we go. This is more a Chance I like.
Remarkable and wondrous things. So, you don't have to tell me thank you for anything. I'm supposed to do that stuff for you anyway.
Some fruit snacks and some killers. Phone numbers on speed dial, call them, say monkey gorillas. Everything's good. Just heralds and hooks in churches. Everything's good. See my name when you Google search it. Use a card when I make a purchase. Everything's good. But I knew it was fly when I was just a caterpillar. That I make it even if I never make a miller.
Put the rhyme back to the beginning with the Dilla and Chinchilla. Dude.
A lot of songs niggas gonna make up. Make sense, but they never gonna make a song. I'm better than I was the last time. I'm good.
And Postal Service on me. Is it actually a Postal Service sample? There we go. Acid Rap. Acid Rap, Chance the Rapper. Thoughts. I'm not going to pretend like it's my favourite project that I've heard or anything like that just from first listen. I do appreciate the kind of jazzy instrumental through most of it. I love the use of piano as well, and I think he's an absolutely brilliant sort of master of humour and light touches and deep cuts in his wordplay. Obviously an incredibly talented wordsmith, a very talented lyricist, and that's why I prefer the tracks like Chainsmoker, like Acid Rain, like Everything's Good, really strong final through there, like Cocoa Butter Kisses, like Everybody's Song. I mean, actually looking through it, there's a lot of songs that I like a lot. Interlude That's Love, Paranoia. I mean, when you're in a project with 14 tracks, and I'm talking about 8 or 9 that I really like, then that has to come out as a very strong album overall. Didn't really love, actually, like I even like Nana. I didn't mind Smoke Again. Didn't really like Pusha, man, but like most of it was real solid. 7 out of 10 with some really, really special stuff in there. And it's difficult because I'm also, comparing it to some of the albums that I've heard recently, and not everything can be To Pimp a Butterfly. So overall, I mean, I really do like Chance the Rapper. He's a very likeable dude. Again, like I said earlier on in the reaction, I do kind of prefer the slightly more mature Chance the Rapper, I think, rather than the sort of sophomoric humour of some of this album. But that's maybe something to do with my own age. And when he really gets deep into his feelings, deep into his kind of introspective mode, I think there's something magic there, because he always manages to marry that with some lightheartedness, with some comedy, with some humour from what I've heard. I know there's plenty more music that he's done that I've not heard yet. So very glad I've done it. As always, if you got through to the end of the reaction, let me know down below whether I made it. I'd love to see that. Let me know your thoughts on the project. Let me know your thoughts on Chance the Rapper as well. I love reading those comments where people go into detail about what they like, what they don't like, all that sort of stuff. And obviously, you've got to let me know where to go next. Chances are, I'll go back and do his other stuff as well. But for now, seeing as they'd all just hit Spotify, it made sense, seeing as this was such a big request to do this one. And yeah, that's about it, man. That's about it. Another one in the can. We're picking up the pace here. We're picking up the pace. And we want to get that road to 50k moving. So, if you are new, hit subscribe. Please do drop a like on it. It makes a real big difference. Really think it's making a massive difference at the moment. Keep that watch time long. That makes a huge difference as well. Audience retention and watch time. And please do follow me on social media as well. Come and chat to me on there. And make sure you're watching out for the streams where we hang out and listen to music. They have been fucking superb so far. So yes, I've been John Denton, JD the Prophet, as some people call me, including myself. And that's been another album reaction. I'll see you all very soon, guys. Peace.